Hey there, what's up? So, it's very hot here. I'm in Seville and it's 44 degrees. Hija, es que hace calor. But what I want to talk to you about is monotherapy. So, no one told me about monotherapy at the beginning of my transition, but I started realizing that what they've been giving me, these endocrinologists, is not really the best thing that would help my transition. So, I and some friends of mine have taken it into our own hands to figure out why are we taking Androcore. Androcore is an anti-androgen given to trans women here in Europe. And with that, you will get a pill of, I think it's called Estrafem or Proginova, one of those. Or in my case, I said, I don't want pills, just give me something different. And I've been given a spray called Lenzetto, or Lenzetto. It's an Italian brand, I think. And I've used this for a while, but I switched back to my own injections because I like my injections. Judge me. Injections are definitely more efficient and they work safely in relation to sprays or pills. There are complications with sprays. You might not have your skin absorb it the same way depending where you spray it. And if it's in the summer and you're sweating, then you might lose some of it. So it's kind of a bit weird in that sense. The pills, so don't get me started on the pills. The pills are just a whole different horrible story because they're just made to go to your liver. So you're taking your Endocore and this thing, and your liver is going to be messed up. If you're going to be taking this for life, which if you're transitioning, then that's going to be the plan, which I know that's going to be my plan, then you do not want to take pills because your liver is going to hate you and you need your liver to actually process all these medications that you're taking in. Now, the only valuable solution that I see, it is available in the United States, but it's not available here for us in Europe, is the injections. Now, you can have different injections. I started with an estradiol valerate, and that kind of messed me up, my fault, because I kind of overdosed. I overinjected myself with this, and I started realizing like my blood flow was kind of lagging because like it's too saturated with estrogen. My feet started getting so swollen because I also sit down and I work sitting down, and that just backfired on me. And I realized like it's not good. This is not good. I was taking way too much estradiol and valerate. Then I switched to estradiol enanthate, which is kind of smoother. I've been on estradiol enanthate for quite a while, but recently I have decided to drop the anti-androgen Androcore because I have very high prolactin levels. And prolactin I'm having is literally making my breast milk. Very problematic. Also, because the prolactin is very high and it's affecting my pituitary gland over here, it's sending signals to my brain to ignore all the estrogen that I'm taking and just use prolactin as the main source of like a hormone for my body to function on, which is not good because prolactin is not really a good hormone to manage your whole body. It's just related to your breast and so on. So eventually, Androcore, the anti-androgen, has a reputation of raising your prolactin level. Androcore also has a reputation of making you feel more depressed because Androcore is connected to your pituitary gland, which secretes your testosterone or estrogen. And by manipulating your pituitary gland, it's literally making your dopamine go through the floor, like just down, nothing, no existence of dopamine. And that makes you feel depressed and down all the time, which is not really the best. That also is the same place where your prolactin is up. So now everything is messed up in my pituitary gland. Now, why did I decide to do this? A friend of mine from an association of LGBTIQ told people or told us, she's older trans woman, that she has a brain tumor in her pituitary gland or that area, and they think it's because she's been on Androcore, a higher dose that I'm taking, for like 12 years, 20 years. There's 2 years. I think it's 12 or 20 years. And that messed up with her. So not good. So me realizing my endocrinologist knows my prolactin is very high. They're trying to still keep me on this because that's the process they have to go through. And they're not trying to do anything different because it's just too complicated and they're not ready for it. So I took it in my own hands to slowly drop Androcore, the anti androgen, and go to monotherapy. Now, what does monotherapy do? You might ask. Now, when you go monotherapy, you need to take extra high dose of estrogen, but don't worry, you're not going to have a lot of estrogen in your blood because most of that estrogen is going to go to hinder your testosterone, and then your body is going to use the rest of estrogen as just your estrogen intake. Now, why is this more beneficial? One, you don't need to take Androcore or this pill for life, which is great. This pill is also messing with my prolactin, so that's another plus. And this pill can lead to me having brain tumor. So these are 3 reasons why I'm not really going to be taking an anti-androgen for a while. There are different anti-androgens. I think in the United States and in Canada you have Spiro, and Spiro does not get you the same thing, but I think it makes you also has some side effects. So if you could not take those, I don't see why you have to or why they tell you have to take it. So just don't take it. Why monotherapy is good. You might be spending less money because the anti-androgen is actually expensive. Depending on your insurance, like here in Spain, I do get help and from the Social Security and stuff, but I still have to go buy it. And because the doctor keeps prescribing it, I'm gonna have to keep buying it, and I don't want to buy it anymore. What I do buy, which is not technically legal here in Europe, is the vial of estradiol and enanthate. The vial comes with between 40 to 50 grams per milligram or something. So what you technically take is 4 milligrams of estradiol and enanthate and an anti-androgen. Or if you're doing monotherapy, you might want to consult with your endocrinologist about this, or talk on Reddit, or find a trans group on Reddit or online to discuss how you can do it safely. But what I learned so far is I'm doubling my dose. So I'm going from 4 milligrams a week into 8 milligrams or 7.6 milligrams a week. But I'm dropping my Androcore. But I'm not dropping my Androcore completely. Now, I used to take half a pill of Androcore, which is 25 milligrams of Androcore, which, based on research, is still a lot. And believe it or not, my endocrinologist started doing 50 milligrams, and that's why my breasts are going crazy, and I'm producing milk, and I'm depressed all the time. So what I did was talk to a friend and drop my dose. So the first week from my transition, I stopped taking Androcore every night, and I started taking this half pill with 25 milligrams every other night. Now, I took it the first night and second night just at the beginning because the estradiol and enanthate takes a while to pick up, to actually go through your body. So you might want to start with the first week taking the first 2 days, but then you kind of take every other day starting the 3rd or the 4th day from your injecting time. And this is what I did the first week. Now, I'm now in the 2nd week of my transition from anti-androgen to zero anti-androgen and directly monotherapy. And this week, I am taking a quarter pill of Androcore, which is 12.5 milligrams of Androcore every other day. What I'm noticing is, because my injection is 8 milligrams, and I usually take my injections on Thursday, because it takes a while to rise to like a peak level. So if I take it on Thursday, by Saturday, Sunday, which I want Saturday, by Saturday, I will have, like the euphoric time of my my hormone whole chaos. So I'll be having fun, my body will be looking good, and I'll be kind of pumped on estrogen by the weekend, which is good. instead of me taking it on Sunday, and then by Friday and Saturday, I'm literally like all the way down, and my body is so low on estrogen because I need to inject it now. So if you're trying to do it, if you want to have, yourself the prettiest on the weekend, because I work from home, so I don't really care what happens during the week. So I'm taking it on Thursday, and this week I took a quarter pill on Friday, and I did not take, actually, today's Friday. So I'm going to take my quarter pill now before I forget, and then I'm going to take another one on Sunday, and then one on Tuesday, and then another one on Thursday. So this is my second week of, slowly leaving Androcor. I think my third week, I'm going to do every 2 days, one pill of Androcor. So if I take my Androcor on Thursday, which is when I inject myself, then I'm going to be waiting 2 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm going to take it on Sunday, and so on for another week. And then the fourth week, which is the end, I'm going to stop completely from taking any Anti Androgen, and I'm going to see if my body is still keeping my estrogen high and my testosterone low, only by having Estradiol and enanthate injections of 8 milligrams, well, 7.6 milligrams. Some people might need more, some people might need less. I have friends who are injecting less, and they're fine. I'm injecting more because my body has been in chaos for a while, so my testosterone is not that low. My friend has been transitioning for 2 years, and her body's literally taking it. She has all the curves, and I'm like so jealous. But this is a monotherapy for you. There are different types of estradiol injections. I like the enanthate because it's accessible. I think there is like another one that you inject once a month, but I'm not sure how that works, honestly. If you could get your hands on one, just ask, see what's happening. Let's figure this out. Now, if you want to go monotherapy, but you're still noticing that your testosterone is peaking, you could inject yourself twice a week with 4 milligrams, or do an estradiol valerate, because estradiol valerate has a shorter half-life, I think they're called it. So with that, you can actually re-inject yourself 2 times a week by splitting your dose. Instead of taking 8 milligrams once at the end or in the middle of the week, you can take 4 milligrams and 4 milligrams. And that would balance out your peaks and your drops of estrogen, because you don't want a drop of estrogen, because that will just elicit the testosterone again. Once your estrogen levels are lower than 100 or something, then your body's like, oh shoot, we don't have enough. Let's let the testosterone come back in, because now we don't have enough. But if you keep your estrogen higher than 100, 200, usually it's 150 to 200, then your body would be like, okay, we can calm down now. So I hope this helps. I'll keep you updated on this. I'm going to a trans march. I'm wearing a shirt. Don't worry. But I think I look hella cute. And it's pretty hot, so I'm going to be taking this with me too.